The city lights barely illuminated Mark's cluttered apartment as another urban morning began. He dragged himself from bed, a tired man already burdened by the day ahead. His room, a maze of forgotten tasks, mirrored the chaos in his mind. Every movement felt heavy, as if caught in slow motion. He watched the coffee steam rise from his mug, a ritual offering little comfort. The daily grind had already begun, pressing down with its familiar weight before he even left the house. This wasn't just physical tiredness, it was a profound mental exhaustion that had become his constant companion. Mark felt caught in a spiraling loop of anxiety, his thoughts racing even as his body craved rest. He desperately needed a way out, a break from this relentless cycle. Mark pushed through the glass doors of his office, immediately met with the insistent hum of activity and the frantic energy of his colleagues. His inbox was already overflowing, each new email a fresh demand that tightened the knot of dread in his stomach. The workday had barely begun, yet he felt utterly swamped and overwhelmed. He slumped into his chair, eyes glued to the glaring computer screen, fingers flying across the keyboard in a desperate attempt to keep pace. The constant stream of notifications and flashing icons blurred into an oppressive rhythm. This endless cycle of digital demands left him feeling profoundly disconnected and internally stressed. The clock on the wall seemed to mock him, each tick amplifying the deadline pressure building within his chest. He felt trapped, a prisoner to the endless to-do list and the expectations that weighed him down daily. The persistent bin of the office became a symbol of his growing mental burnout and stagnant routine. Even after the workday ended, the city lights outside his window mirrored the constant hum of Mark's mind. His thoughts spun endlessly, refusing to quieten down even as the late hours stretched on. The pressure of unaddressed tasks and looming deadlines kept him trapped in a mental loop. The dark room offered no refuge from his internal turmoil. Mark tossed and turned, sleep eluding him as anxious thoughts replayed conversations and future scenarios. His body craved rest, but his mind refused to surrender, leaving him in a state of perpetual unrest. Mornings brought no relief, only the heavy weight of another day. Mark's wakeful eyes stared blankly at the ceiling, feeling utterly stuck in this exhausting cycle. A desperate longing for change began to stir, a quiet yearning for something, anything, to break the monotonous loop. Mark's slumped phone clutched tight, the screen a blur of endless search results. He desperately scrolled, typing in phrases like burnout recovery and stop anxiety spiral, hoping for some miracle cure to jump out. His mind raced, convinced there had to be something he hadn't tried yet. Amidst the overwhelming information, one headline subtly caught his eye: simple daily habits to combat chronic stress. Hesitantly, he clicked, a tiny spark of curiosity igniting. The article promised accessible techniques, a stark contrast to the complex solutions he usually found. As he read further, a specific paragraph jumped out, a suggestion about the surprising benefits of cold water exposure. Mark paused, his eyes scanning the words again, a new and unfamiliar idea beginning to form. A flicker of genuine hope, a concept so strikingly simple, appeared on his tired face. Mark stood in his bathroom, the air thick with the lingering steam of a warm shower he just finished. He stared at the cold tap, a sense of dread creeping into his bare skin despite the warm room. Could this really make a difference? Or was it just another fleeting internet trend? His hands, usually steady, now trembled slightly as they hovered near the shower's handle. He felt a deep-seated resistance, a primal urge to avoid the discomfort. This tiny action felt like a monumental battle against years of ingrained anxiety and avoidance. Taking a shaky, deep breath, Mark closed his eyes for a moment, picturing the endless cycle of stress he desperately wanted to break. He knew this tiny step, this moment of deliberate discomfort, might be the very catalyst he needed. The choice was clear: stay stuck or bravely face the chill. With a deep, shaky breath, Mark finally reached for the shower dial. He twisted it fully to cold, steeling himself for what was to come. The initial spray hit him like 1,000 icy needles, a truly intense feeling that stole his breath and demanded his full attention. This was the cold water shower he had promised himself. His body immediately recoiled, a sudden involuntary gasp of air escaping his lips. Goosebumps erupted across his skin in an instant, painting his arms and chest. A deep, rapid shivering body response began, an almost primal reaction to the sudden, extreme temperature change. Every nerve ending was screaming. The cold water relentlessly enveloped him, an overwhelming, intense feeling that penetrated to his bones. For a moment, he simply stood there, stunned by the sheer force of the sensation. This was unlike anything he'd anticipated. A complete physical awakening that bypassed his anxious mind entirely. He was utterly present. Stepping out, the air around him felt surprisingly warm against his tingling skin. Mark instinctively drew a deep, shuddering breath, then another, slower and more deliberate. His lungs expanded fully, a sensation he hadn't truly felt in months, filling him with a strange, invigorating oxygen rush. He reached for the towel, his movements now purposeful, not fumbling. Looking in the mirror, his skin had a fresh, clear tone, and his eyes, usually heavy with fatigue, held a new, intense focus. The bathroom, usually a blur of hurried routine, felt unusually quiet, a peaceful sanctuary. A wave of immediate calm washed over him, settling deep into his bones. The usual morning chaos. For the first time in what felt like forever, Mark felt present and undeniably in control. Mark now faces the morning with a different energy. Instead of dread, there's anticipation for his new ritual. He steps into the bathroom, a confident man, no longer burdened by the heavy weight of yesterday's stress. This simple act has truly transformed his daily outlook. Standing before the bathroom mirror, Mark sees a subtle but significant change in his reflection. His shoulders are back, his gaze steady. Hay prepares for the running water, a quiet resolve settling over him. This isn't just about waking up, it's about consciously choosing a better day. The turning of the shower dial has become a symbol of his daily habit, a commitment he makes to himself each morning. It's no longer a shock to his system, but a welcome jolt, solidifying his resilience. Each day, he embraces this invigorating challenge, building on yesterday's calm. Back in the office, the transformation was evident. Mark sat taller, his shoulders relaxed, a stark contrast to his past hunched posture. The morning chill seemed to have recalibrated his entire day, replacing lingering tension with a quiet, confident presence that radiated outwardly. Tasks that once felt overwhelming now seemed manageable, tackled with a newfound clarity. His mind, no longer battling internal noise, found a steady rhythm, allowing for concentrated, focused work. This daily commitment was clearly cultivating a sustained mental sharpness throughout his day. A subtle, serene smile often graced his face, even amidst typical workplace pressures. This wasn't just surface-level calm. It was a deeper inner resilience blooming. Mark was no longer merely coping. He was truly thriving, finding peace within his busy environment. Mark now starts his day not with dread, but with quiet appreciation. He watches the sunrise paint the sky with vibrant colors, a peaceful landscape unfolding before him. This daily ritual, once unimaginable, grounds him with a profound sense of calm, setting a positive tone for hours ahead. Walking outdoors, Mark now moves with a lightness he hasn't felt in years. His hopeful expression reflects an inner peace, far removed from the constant tension that once defined him. Hay breathes deeply, fully present in the moment, finding strength in nature's quiet rhythm. The simple act of the cold water challenge has truly empowered Mark to reshape his entire outlook. Hay carries this newfound resilience into every interaction, ready to face whatever the day brings with a steady mind and a calm spirit. This journey is about more than just mornings. It's about reclaiming life,